Hi everyone, this is Randy Pertler. Welcome back. I'm glad you're watching another one of my videos. Hey, if you haven't subscribed to my YouTube channel, I'd appreciate if you just click on subscribe. That way you'll get notifications when I post new videos. So today what I want to talk about is this whole strategy of paying off your mortgage using a HELOC, a home equity line of credit. There's a lot of bad information out there, and there's just a very little bit of good information. By the way, I did record about an hour and a half to 2 hour in-depth training video on this strategy, so I really encourage you to take a look at that video. I think you'll learn a lot by it. So is it true? Is it not true? That's the big question, right? So there is a strategy. The math actually works. I've worked the math a lot. I've actually used this strategy for over 10 years now. So the big misconception is that somehow a line of credit is the way they calculate interest is some magical way and so much better than an amortized debt. Listen, the whole difference is just between a loan and a line of credit. Think about this for a minute. Let's say that you owe $100,000 on your mortgage. So let's say I have XYZ Bank, I owe them $100,000. And at that same bank, though, I keep a checking or savings account that usually averages about $5,000 a month in there. Now, on my checking or savings account, they're probably paying me like 0.01%. And on the mortgage that they have issued me, I'm paying them about 5%. Notice the discrepancy there, right? Now, if this was not a bank and it was just a friend of mine, so let's turn the numbers, let's make it much smaller. Let's say I borrowed $10,000 from a friend, and then they have $5,000 of my money. So I would only pay them interest on the difference between the two, the $10,000 or $5,000 difference, right? Doesn't work that way with the banks. They have them in separate accounts. They're like, okay, well, this is a mortgage and this is your savings, and the two shall never meet, right? So what the strategy is really all about is trying to merge those two accounts so that your average daily balance actually counts for something. Instead of earning 0.1% on your average daily balance, you're actually cutting into that mortgage using that average daily balance. So it's really all about cash flow. So here's the strategy kind of in a nutshell. Remember, in my example, you had a $100,000 mortgage. Well, in my checking and savings account, even if it's with the same bank, that does not offset any of the interest. However, if I went and got a home equity line of credit, let's say even just for a $20,000 home equity line of credit on that home, and I was to pay off that $20,000 on that mortgage, reducing that down now to $180,000. Now I still have that total debt of $80,000. I still have that total debt of $100,000, right? But the beauty is, with this line of credit, now I can use this like my checking and savings account. And that average daily balance that used to be in an account that pays me little to no interest is now canceling out interest. So even if that HELOC has the same interest rate, so let's say this was 5% mortgage and a 5% HELOC, the key is that now with a home equity line of credit or another line of credit, you can actually leverage your average daily balance. Instead of keeping it over here in this account, it can now be in this account, because again, the difference between a loan and a line of credit is that a line of credit allows you to take money in, take money out, money in, money out, money in, money out, just like a savings and checking account. But if that account now is moved and you're leveraging that line of credit, now even though you borrowed, let's say, $20,000 to pay down your mortgage, you're only paying interest on your average daily balance. Well, if it was a $20,000 check that you wrote to your mortgage, but your average daily balance of your checking and savings are now into the line of credit using that, that offsets $5,000. So you borrowed $20,000 to pay down that debt, but you're only paying interest on $15,000 because the $5,000 average daily balance will offset that. So there is a strategy. It does work, okay? And the other thing is, it definitely is motivational. Now, as I said, I have a very long, in-depth explanation of this strategy. I would advise you to take a look at that. Also, I am a part of a very highly regarded, I think actually the best real estate investor training company out there. We offer what we think is the premium training for lifetime access, and I've gone through that training. So if you want to go through that training yourself, I would highly recommend it. I always tell people this way: if you're going to be a real estate investor, you're going to pay for your education whether you know it or not. You're either going to pay it in a planned curriculum and learn all the strategies that you can, or you're going to learn it by maybe doing a flip and losing $20,000, or doing a flip and only making $5,000 when you should have made $25,000. So I would advise you to really look into getting yourself educated and trained, and I'd love to work with you. If you do join our group and you want to get educated and trained by us, the bonus is that I can work with you, and I could be your mentor and help mentor you. There'll be many mentors within that program, but I'll be one of those. So anyway, I hope you enjoyed the video. Please like this video, subscribe to my YouTube channel. I appreciate it. Spread the good word out here. I hope this information was a blessing to you, and I hope you and your family have a blessed day. Take care. Bye-bye.